Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm rating the movie Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire. It was good. Honestly, yeah. Just was fine in the writing, but really what I looked for was kaiju battles. And it was good. That's all I can say. But, I guess, yeah. There was a couple things, like Godzilla was not really in the movie that much. It was kind of like he was a minor role in his own movie, so that's kind of weird. Kong showed up more, and Mothra being there was good, but like she had 2 scenes and never came back again. And there's a couple things, like for the next movie, I think what's the name? Like the Godzilla, that a star would be like the villain for the next movie, as they hinted at like 2 movies in a row. Like they did with Mothra coming back. They did that in the credits for Godzilla King of the Monsters, and now they did it in Godzilla vs. Kong, that she would come back due to an egg. So, and she came back. But also another thing was that in Godzilla vs. Kong, in like the guidebook, they showed the Zojlahala, I think that's how you pronounce it, and it was a kaiju that ate a star and got imprisoned because of its immense power. And then they hinted it again in this movie, so maybe it'll come back. I feel like the Scar King was a good villain, but I mean, he didn't really have that much. It's like he had personality and he was kind of intimidating and brought on good monster villains and fights. So I guess that's good, because that's all I really expect from this monsterverse. His way of controlling Shimu with using like his spikes was pretty neat, but other than that, he's just like the first villain with some sort of personality. And I guess he had a good connection to Kong, as he was like the last of his, as he was not the last, but like the ruler of his species, which is kind of neat. Although like Mothra is like alpha titan by herself, and she did nothing. She didn't even go to help. But, like, the little baby Kong did. I think his name was, like, Suko or something like that. They said in, like, a toy purchase, but I don't know. It's just fine. Fine, the writing's okay. That fight with Godzilla is just weird, I guess? No. But, like, Godzilla barely appeared, and there's a couple fights with him, like I forget what it's called, the spider, like, Scythala fight? I forget the name. And then there's the Tiamat fight. That was in, like, the comics. And I think there's another one in there. Like, him getting all the energy was cool, except it was like a C plot. The A plot was what Kong was doing. The B plot was what the humans were doing with Mothra. And then the C plot was the Godzilla thing, which just doesn't make sense. If the humans were going with Kong in the A plot, that would make sense. Godzilla should be in the B plot, and then with Mothra, that should be in the C plot. But they didn't do that, so it just kind of made everything weird. Because it's Godzilla, it's the first one in the title. He probably has the least amount of what to do in the movie. They also bring up, like, the government and what they're doing, but they don't really do much with that. I guess that propels the whole movie, that they want to make the kaijus, like, kill them off and take, like, Hollow Earth, but they never really go in depth with that, other than, like, a couple lines. Anyways, it was a nice, fun movie, and it had good fights, good kaiju, and it was really good looking. All of it has great visuals. All the human characters are just fine, the kaiju were good, and I'd give the movie like a 7.8 to like 8.2 out of 10. Goodbye.